Hi, this video will show about how to use the IP control box in the AV system and also the temp-button keypad control the system for the switching and also to record the presets. So here's the setup. Basically, I have this IP control box which is already connected with the system. So on this IP control box, basically we have two LAN ports here. We need to make sure, and this one is for the AV and it can support the PoE, and this one is for the control, which is it couldn't support the PoE function. So this one is we need to make sure connect to the AV system, and this one we need to make sure connect to the control device, such as this 10-button keypad or with the 30-button control. And this is the 10-button control keypad, and basically also can support the PoE. So basically I have these two line ports connected to the same PoE NAT switch, and I have two transmitters and two receivers and two receivers to these two TVs here. As you can see, it's showing two different sources. So through the PoE switch, and I have this blue LAN cable which is connected to my PC. So through my PC I can do all the configurations, including the settings on this control box and also the command setting for this keypad. Okay, so here we're going to show you how to do the settings on this keypad. First step, we just need to make sure, and we need to make the version information for the IP control box, and the transmitter and receiver, also the keypad, are the latest versions. So I already put them here and to show the details. So for the IP control box, we need to use the maintain tool to check out the version information. So we can just go to the maintain tool. After we run this one, we just click search button here. Then we can find all the devices here. So this is the IP control box. We'll just wait a little bit until it shows the version information here. Meantime, we can check out the receiver and transmitter version information here. As we can see here, all are the latest version. So IP control box is not showing the version yet. Just wait a little bit. And we can see the version information should be v1.23 and v8.86.2. So this is for the IP control box. Let's just clear this one first. Okay, so we just back to the maintain tool again. Click search again. So when we use the maintain tool, we need to close the HDMI over IP console software first, so we can check out the version now. It's actually the latest version already, and also the transmitter and receiver. If it's not the latest version, we need to do the upgrading. So first step, we just need to go to the upgrade and the device type. So this one is for the transmitter and receiver, and this one is for the IP control box. So for the IP control box, we will need two firmwares, and one is the web, another one is the adapter. So we can check out the firmware. So as you can see here, and this one is for the adapter, and this one is for the web. Okay, so this is for the firmware, and also the transmitter and receiver. For the transmitter and receiver, we need to change the device type here. Then we can just do the settings like the receiver, and we only need to go with the IP main. That's it. So we can just try to find the firmware as well. So the firmware, and for this one, we need to make sure here we have the IP D. That's it. Okay. So this is about how we do the upgrading for the devices of the IP control box and transmitter and receiver. After we make sure and all those are the latest version, now we can just turn on the HDMI over IP console software. So the same, we just click search button here. Then we can find all the 5 devices, because we have one IP control box, 2 transmitter and 2 receivers, and also shows a green bar here. So we'll just wait a little bit until it shows all the devices, and then we'll have a pop window to choose the search is complete, 5 devices found. So basically we have 2 transmitters which shows on this side, then 2 transmitters and an IP control box. After we found those devices, next step we just need to create a group, and the name we can just put as test or anything we want to put. So here I just put a test, and then here we have the create video wall. Hit the create video wall, and the video name we'll just make it as 1x2, and we have 1 line and 2 columns. Hit OK button. So here we already have a video wall here, and the only thing we just need to drag the TV to the box here. After we drag, if we want to make a layout, so we just create a layout or center. So this one just put as the video wall. Click OK, and we can also drag the source, the transmitter here. Just because right now it's actually only, it's not a video wall yet, so we need to select these 2 box and use the right key. When we want to select these 2 box, basically we need to press the control button on the keypad, so we can just select both box here. So after we have both TV select, we'll just use the right key to combine. If we cannot choose the combine, that means we didn't select successfully. So we need to press the control button again. Use the right key. So now we already have these 2 boxes selected. Then we just combine, and here we make the same video wall. And name 1, and then we can just drag the source 1 here, or we can just use the source 2. Okay. So this is the center 1, and we can have the center 2. We just want to have them showing as a single TV, so we just put that TV. TV 1, we just have the source 1. TV 2, we have the source 2. After we've done these settings, next step we're just going to upload to the IP control box. So we just move the mouse to here. We just use the right click, upload. Click yes. It will choose 100%. OK button. So we will have the IP control box. The IP address of the IP control box is the 169.254.1.1. So we can just do the Google Chrome, and we can type the IP address of the control box here. So to log in, choose a new one. 192.245.1.1. And password and username are the same. Admin, click to log in. So after we log in, basically we can see here we have the old device. Then we can find all the transmitters and receivers here. And this is the layouts we just created. And one is for the 1x2 video wall, another one's only showing as the single TV. So now we're going to check out if we can make it as a 1x2 video wall. Click the 1x2 video wall, and here we need to click apply, check out. So basically now it's actually what is showing as a 1x2 video wall. And here we also can just make the source switching bit. Just want to make it as auto apply, so we don't need to hit the apply button. So we can just click this one and transmitter 1, check out. So it's already switching. So it's 2, just 1, 2. And then we have the 1x2 TV, which means the two TV are showing separately. Also, same, we need to click apply, check out. So both TV are showing two different contents now. We also can just do the source switching, same TV, different. So this is how we use the IP controls web GUI for the source switching. Beside that, and also we can see here we have some commands showing up here, and send set, and all those information here. Those are the commands which we can just use to set up our 10-button keypad. Okay, so here we also can just click the matrix. So we also can just switch the TV 1 by 1. Can check out. Okay, so this use this one to do the switching, and also here we have the controller settings, including the IP address, everything here. So this is the IP1, which is for the PoE to the AV/IP system, and IP2, which is for the control button. So here we just set as 192.168.1.3. And now we're going to set up this 10-button keypad, then to control the AV/IP system, including the source switching and also the preset recall, all those informations. Okay. So for the keypad, and we have the default IP address is 192.168.254. So we can just type to login. Username and password are the same, admin. So after we log in, basically we also need to check out the version for this keypad. Make sure it's the latest one. If not, we can go to the system settings here. Then we can do the upgrading for both web and MCU. And after we upgrade or have its latest version, we can just go to the device setting here. So device setting, basically we just need to use the first one, because the second one is actually for the OS2C2. And the first one is actually for the telnet or the TCP IP. So device name, just because this one we call it IPM, so we can just use IPM, or we can just call it any of the name, AV or IP. And the password is 192.168.1.3, and this is from the IP control box IP2 here. And the port number is 23, username and password empty. So just click save. Then after we've done the device setting, we need to go to the command setting here. So those are the commands which I set before. I can just remove all of them. Okay, so now all the commands are removed. So if we want to do the commands, we just click the edit button here, and the command name here, and if we want to have the matrix set for the AV/IP system, we can just use the command list here. We can follow these formats, but the easiest way, and we can just use the IP control box web GUI, and we can just copy from this web GUI directly, then we can down the settings. So like I mentioned before, and once we have the matrix setting here, if you want to have the input one, switch to all the outputs, then we will have a commands list here, as you can see. So this one is for the sender set. We can have this one as well. Or device. Okay, so this one is going to be showing different. So send matrix set, and those are the commands. We can just copy this one, then we paste to this one. For the command name, we can just have the input 1 to all outputs. So here we just have input 1, in 1 to all. So the command name, and we just pasted the commands here. The string, the ending flag will be the first one. Then click Save button. So now we already have the first command saved, and we can have the second commands also same. We just on the IP control box web GUI. So now we just copy the same command, the commands we just showing here. Edit. Paste. So this one is input 2. Input 2 to all outputs. Save. Okay, so now we already have 2 commands saved. And if you want to have like these 2 TV showing different, we also can just hit this one. Then we will have a different commands showing on this list. Copy. Edit. Paste. In 1 to 1. And if we want to have the presets, and we can just go to the presets layouts which we create. This one is with the video, so we can just hit apply. Check out. So here we have center commands, which is called center active. Copy. We can just use the same names as the commands. Save. And this one is showing differently. So now we already have several commands set here, and next step we'll just go to the key settings, then choose the first key. We can rename it, but we also can keep it at the key 1, the default. So we just have the can just remove the first one. So for the delay, we can just put a 0 or any of the time, just because each button we can have 6 commands. So choose the commands which we just saved. So the first button we just choose input 1 to all outputs, and then click save button here. And then the second button, the key 2, or this one we can just name it as key 2 as well. Save, remove this one, edit, add a new one. So 0 delay, and input 2 to outputs. 0 input 2, save. This one is key 3. Zero in 1 to output 1, save. Key 4. 0 and the presets 1, key 5, save, move, delay 0, and the single TVs, save. Okay, so we can just hit the buttons on the web GUI directly and to check out. So basically we can see we already have it showing controlled by this keypad. And same now we can just use this keypad to do the controllings. Input 1 to all outputs. Put 2 to all outputs. Put 1. Put 2. And this one is input 1 to the only one TV changed. And this one is showing as a video wall. And this one is showing single display. Video wall. Put 1. Put 2. Put 1. Put 2. Video wall. One, two, single, video wall. Single. Okay, thank you. This is how we have the keypad and IP control box to generate the AV system.